Okay, so the next point that we're going to look at in this lecture is why. Why is this happening? Why are we creating this? And the first thing we're going to do, I know it's really hard, but we're going to move out of the victim-aggressor cycle here. I talked about it could be 5G, it could be something else, something's happening on the planet, and I've just been contacted by somebody. I'm looking at my crew here because we have everything set up, we have everything scripted so I don't miss any points at all, right? But as we actually planned into, so if something was going to come in to get us on board to how to deal with these things, it was going to come in. And we have the human collective's planetary ancestors, right? These are the ancestors that many shamans will talk about. I'm part Native American, so it's not hard to understand why they came in. And they want to have a word, and it's like, funnily enough, I felt a little bit of that earlier, and I was talking to one of my students yesterday about it too. There's a really beautiful documentary you can look up and watch. I will put the name right there after we edit, and it's called Aluna. And basically pause. So we pause there because I'm overwhelmed with the energies right now. And they're happy tears, okay? This is not sad. We're stepping out of the victim-aggressor energies, and we had paused because I couldn't even speak. But basically, there's an energy that has been coming in for a few days now, and it's all linked together. It's the ancestry of the human collective on this planet. Many people still carry that ancestry in their lineage. I'm part Native American, like I mentioned before. I carry it, so when it comes in, it's like boom, it's like totally overwhelmed. We're going to carry on because this is not going to come out without tears, so you might as well get the tears. But remember, happy tears. And one of the things we have to understand is that we are all connected, and we're connected to the land. We are mostly made of water, and water is affected by frequencies, okay? Frequencies affect water. And the frequencies that the side that wants to control the planet through fear are really low, and it's making the planet, not the planet as in Gaia is not going to get sick in it herself, but it becomes toxic to us. We're making our planet toxic to us, okay? And it's reflected in the water. So how is that reflected? And this is one of the things that came in. If you can watch the documentary called Aluna, it's about a Native American tribe in Colombia, up in the Andes. And actually, I don't know if Colombia has Andes. It's the Sierra Nevada in Colombia. And they talk about the younger brothers being us, the people of Western civilization, how we're destroying the planet, and how we don't see the connection in things, how we don't see that everything's connected. If you affect the air, you affect the water, you affect the land. If you affect the beaches, you affect the mountains. Everything is interconnected. Everything is interconnected. And the energy that was coming through was the ancestry, our ancestors of the planet. And what they're wanting to express is it's really, really, really important for us right now not to fall into fear. It's so important. That emotion again is happy tears, because we can see that it's real, it's true. It might sound woo-woo to you, right? It might, but there's evidence of it now. Like, there's doctors and scientists and everybody else that you might give authority to saying, hey, we're actually connected. You know, you affect the water, you're going to affect the entire system. And how is the water being affected? By frequencies and vibrations. And we go back to 4G, 5G, that type of technology. Stress and fear and all these things have been growing over and over, is becoming bigger. And this is when it's really, again, important, and they keep saying it, don't fall into the victim. You're not a victim. We're co-creators here, including them. We're co-creating this. Why are we co-creating this, right? Why are we doing this? And you could see the negative side. We're co-creating it so this planet continues to be enslaved, right? And controlled through fear and all these things. And again, it's like, also, we are co-creating it to create the shift, which it's like, who is actually leaving the planet right now, okay? And who's staying? And what are we going to do? That's why this is so important. And that's why we're releasing this emergency series. It's like, this is what you do, basically, okay? You don't fall into fear, you step out of fear. Righteousness. I know it's hard, and all of your relationships that are with individuals who are choosing the other side are going to blow up. So let them blow up and let things crumble, right? Let those relationships crumble. You can't keep them. You can't bring them with you. So it's a choice, right? So this is it. It's an agreed reality. It's free will, okay? So some of the things that create fear in light workers is not so much that now they're stuck at home or they won't get food. They don't seem to be falling into that fear because they have friends, they see that we still have access to stores and to food. A lot of people are growing their own food right now. But it's, for example, what if they force us to get vaccinated, right? What if it's illegal and they'll force us, literally strap us down and vaccinate us? And again, you have to remember, nothing on this planet can happen to you and your physical body without your agreement. That's really, really important for you to remember. And it could be an agreement that's pulled into you, like being afraid of it, or an agreement of, yeah, absolutely, you know, where's the next line? I'll go and make a line and get vaccinated. A few weeks ago in my podcast, I mentioned nanobots. And at the time when I started talking about nanobots, people thought it was a bit woo-woo, right? The vaccinations would have nanobots and avoid them at all costs. Again, even if you were forced to get nanobots in your body, unless you go into fear, anger, hate, and all those energies, it's not going to affect you. Okay, it's not going to affect you. It needs several things. It really needs various things for you to get sick, for you to die. And even if you do fall for those things and die, don't worry about it. There's literally billions of couples stuck with each other at home right now, and they're making babies. And there's going to be a huge explosion in the population in 9 months' time. So if you do fall in for the whole thing and you happen to die, don't worry, you can pick up a new body in 9 months. Some of you might feel that's highly insensitive. You know, I had a relative who died, I have a friend who died, and guess what? Everybody who's here on the planet right now is gonna die. It's just not gonna happen at the same time. We are being corralled, right? We're being herded, and we're being put into situations where the majority of the sleepers on the planet are in a huge panic, stressed out. So we need to address that in a way that will build what is better. So I'm trying to get all those points in, but I'm still being bombarded by our ancestors and our lineages that are still alive, and even thinking about them makes the energy stronger. I hope you can feel that energy, because it's pure love. It's pure frequency of source, wisdom and knowledge. So, just feel into it. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can just sit and allow that energy to grow within us. Okay, so I was going to do the mystical stuff later, but we may as well do it right now. Let's just sit down, take a deep breath, and feel the energies of our ancestry and our wisdom keepers on the planet. They're here to guide us. They're here to show us what's actually happening and why it's happening. We're not too late. It's never too late. We are a creator species. And remember the water. Remember the water. Just allow them to infuse you with that knowledge, that awareness that is not filled with the veil of forgetfulness. That awareness is free of the veil and allows us to see the larger picture. We see the connectivity between the planet, the sun, the water, the earth, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the humans. And then there's the energy of, this is not a bad thing, it's just different. But how you feel about it will create your new world. Just breathe that energy in, breathe the allowance of that wisdom in. We're not alone. And us as a human species made sure that our ancestral lines and our wisdom keepers persisted through time space, precisely because of this moment that would be needed for all of us to tap into. And they're open, their hearts, minds, spirits are wide open for us to tap into and reconnect to what is real. Okay, let's go back to our minds and our logic. So, the empowered view that we have chosen for this planet is that we have been asking for and have been working for, as light workers, to split from the negative experiences that others have chosen. How is that split manifesting? Is the gentlest way that we as a species have come up with. Okay? The fact is that there is no coronavirus. I mean, there are coronaviruses, there's gazillions of them, but there isn't one that's killing everybody. And people are dying, but not more than usual, but more talked about, more in our faces. And the fear on the planet is tangible. It's amazingly huge right now. And one of the things that we need to look at is basically moving from reacting to responding. So move from reacting to responding. We've chosen this. We chose to be alive at this point in time. And part of that is becoming a sovereign, which means leading ourselves and others forward. And I'm going to be talking about that in great detail on our lecture number 5, which is becoming the leader you were born to be. So one of the things to take away from the why, nothing can happen without our agreement. That's a really important point. Our free will cannot be violated, period. That's one of the fundamental rules of life on this planet. Okay? And then the other thing is, why are we here, right? We chose as light workers to be here in this time, being alive, the age that we are, the families that we have, the locations that we're at. We have orchestrated this perfectly to be where we need to be right now. It's not a coincidence that we were born at this time. It's not a coincidence that you got this lecture series, right? It's not a coincidence that you're growing, you're educating yourself on how to handle this situation going forward. And what results have we had so far? Like I mentioned before, there's positives and negatives, right? But the positives are huge. The system that is enslaving kids is broken down, and there's industries that they needed to go to are closing down, right? So we'll go into the next part of our this particular lecture after a little break.